Welcome traders, my name is Lima. In this video, I'm about to teach you guys everything that you need to know when it comes to pullbacks in the forex market. Pullbacks are very essential when it comes to trading, whether you are a day trader, a scalper, a swing trader, or a position trader. Pullbacks are very essential because pullbacks normally give us a code value in price for us to trade. Assuming price is moving to the downside, you don't have to enter trade because price is moving to the downside. You have to wait for price to give a pullback for you to enter in a good value. So when it comes to uptrend, pullbacks are the reduction in price of an asset. The assets right here can be the instrument that you are trading. For me, GBP USD is an asset over here. So when price is moving to the upside, the reduction in price, this reduction in price, another reduction in price, another reduction in price are the pullbacks. When it comes to a downtrend, the increment in price are the pullbacks over here. The increment over here, another increment in price. Those are the pullbacks in the downtrend. So let's put it this way. Pullbacks are the increment or a reduction in price of an asset. But this price action over here and this price action over here can never tell you how good a pullback is for you to trade. That's why we will be moving to the candles for you to understand it more. Let's use diagram A as an example. This is a bullish trend. On a bullish trend, for us to identify a valid pullback, we have to look for reduction in price. And we all can see this is a reduction in price, a reduction in price over here. And for us to identify whether this reduction in price is a valid pullback, we have to pay attention to a single candle, which is the last candle before the reduction in price. We have to pay attention to the low of that candle and then the high of that candle. So I'll mark the high of the candle and then the low of the candle. Price have to take the low of that candle first and move and take the upper side of that candle. But in this scenario, price didn't take the high of that candle, but price took the low of that candle. But as of now, the price action that is showing right now, this is not a valid pullback because we didn't take the high of the last candle before the reduction in price. So this reduction in price is not a valid pullback. This is a single move to the upside. It is not a valid pullback because the high of the last candle before the reduction was not taken. Let's move to diagram B. As we all can see, this is a bullish price action. And for us to identify a valid pullback in a bullish trend, we have to look for a reduction in price. Yes, a reduction in price. So we all can see the reduction in price started from this week to the downside over here. So this is the last candle before the reduction. Color doesn't matter over here. And the low of this candle and the high of this candle is what we are going to pay attention to. So, but in this case, price took the low of this candle and later price moved up and took the high of this candle again. That makes this diagram over here, the diagram B, a valid pullback. So this reduction in price over here and moving to the upside is a valid pullback. Let's move to diagram C. This is a bullish price action. And look at what happened. There is a reduction in price. This week over here shows that there is a reduction in price over here. Price moved to the downside. So this is the last candle before this reduction in price. What happened over here? Price moved to the downside, taking the low of the last previous candle before the move to the upside. So as you can see, this move over here took the low of the previous candle before the reduction in price over here. So, and this is the high over here. Price has taken the high of this candle as well. This is the last candle before the reduction over here. And these two criteria that met over here shows that this move over here is a valid pullback. It doesn't mean it's a single move to the upside. It's a single candle. The color of the candles doesn't matter over here. When identifying a valid pullback, we need to pay attention to the previous candle before the reduction in price This week over here shows that there is a reduction in price, and we can see this is the last candle before the reduction started over here. Price took the low of this previous candle before the reduction and took the high of it. That makes this move over here a valid pullback. So let's move to D. So the D, you can see the diagram over here. This is a bullish trend, and you can see from here there is a reduction in price over here. But we are going to pay attention to the last candle before the reduction in price. This is the last candle before the reduction in price. Price moved to the downside, but the low of that candle was protected. The high was taken over here. That doesn't make this. We need the low to be taken. The low is very important and the high is very important as well. Price have to take the low of this candle, the last candle before the reduction in price. Price have to take it before we can consider it a valid pullback. So in this case, D is not, there is no valid pullback in this diagram. So D doesn't have any valid pullback. So let's look at E. So the E, there is a move to the upside and there is a reduction in price. The low of this candle, the low of this candle was taken, and then the high of that candle was taken as well. These two criteria makes this move, the E, a valid pullback, because this is the last candle before the reduction in price. Price took the low of that candle and moved to the upside, taking the high of that candle as well. That makes it a valid pullback. On this chart, I'm going to show you how the pullbacks are being formed. Okay, so you can see from this diagram over here, we are on uptrend. So this is the last candle before the reduction in price. So there is a reduction in price to this point over here. Price move from this point to this point. So for this move over here, for this large move over here to be considered a pullback, this high have to be taken as well. The high over here have to be taken. The low over here have to be taken as well. Price took the low already, but we were waiting for price to take the high that we know this move to the downside is a valid pullback. Price did. So this move right here is considered a valid pullback. So price moved to the upside. This is the last price before the reduction in price. So what happened? Price took the low of that candle. Price took the low of that candle. And we are waiting for price to take the high of this candle. Sorry. We are waiting for price to take the high of this candle. When price take the high of this candle, then we know this move to the downside is a valid pullback. So price came to the upside, taking this high over here. And price did what? Look at what price did. Price took the high over here and price gave another pullback over here. Look at the pullback. This is the last candle before the reduction in price. Price took this low. Price took this low over here. And we were waiting for price to take the high of that candle. Price took this high. And this is now a valid pullback as well. Price moved further to the upside before moving to the downside. This is also a pullback because this is the last price. The low over here, price took the low over there, and later on price took this high over here. That makes this move a good pullback or a major pullback. You're gonna see what is happening over here. This is the last candle before the reduction in price. But what happened? This is just an inside bar. Price didn't take this low over here, even though price took the low of this candle. But this high, this is not the last candle before the reduction in price. This candle actually started a reduction. So this is the last candle before the reduction. This low have to be taken to consider this low as a good pullback or a valid pullback. But nothing like that happened. Price moved to the upside. Look at what happened over here. This is the last candle. This is the last candle before the reduction, but the low was protected, but the high was taken. The two criteria didn't meet, so this is not considered as a valid pullback. Look at what happened over here. This is the last candle before the reduction. Price took here, took the high as well. But look at what price did. Price moved further. So this is now the last price before the reduction. Price moved, taking the low of that candle, moving to the upside, breaking this up over here. So this is now a valid pullback. From here to here is not a valid pullback. Before the break over here, price move further to the upside. This is the last candle before the reduction in price, but the low was protected, so this is not a valid pullback. Do you understand? We have a valid pull to the downside, but the high was protected, so this move to the downside here is not a valid pullback. Until price break this high, this move is not a valid pullback.